Anxiety doesn't have to control your life. I know what it feels like when your mind won't stop spinning. Your heart races and it feels like the worry will never end. I know what that feels like. But there are simple, practical things you can do to calm anxiety in the moment and over time. So let's break it down together. Understanding anxiety and why it spirals. Anxiety triggers the body's fight or flight freeze response. Your heart races, your chest tightens, your mind spins, and suddenly you feel like you're in danger even if nothing's wrong. It spirals quickly because your brain thinks, if I can prepare for a worst case scenario, maybe I'll feel safe. But instead, it just wears you out and keeps your nervous system stuck on high alert. Tip 1, grounding techniques for the body. One of the fastest ways to calm your anxiety is grounding yourself in the present moment. The 5-4-3-2-1 method works like this. Name 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And yes, you can use it anywhere. I use it all the time. This is something that my therapist taught me and it helps. So if you're in the middle of a grocery store, it gives your brain something concrete to focus on instead of what's spinning around in your head. It literally pulls you out of panic and back into reality, back into the present. So if you're in the middle of a grocery store, if you are in the car, if you're on a walk or whatever, like the 5-4-3-2-1 method can work in those moments. Tip number 2, breathing exercises that calm your mind. When you slow your breathing, you send a signal to your nervous system that we are safe. We can calm down now. Try boxing breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. Or the physiological sigh, 2 short inhales, 1 long exhale. These techniques lower your heart rate and shift your body out of panic mode, making it easier for you to think clearly again. So tip 2, breathing exercises that calm your mind. Tip 3, limiting anxiety triggers. Caffeine can feel like pouring fuel on anxiety. Your heart races, your hand shakes, and you feel restless for no reason. And doom scrolling the news or social media, your brain gets bombarded with negativity and it starts feeling like everything is an emergency. So caffeine, getting rid of caffeine, and that doom scrolling on social media, because all of those negative things are bombarding your brain. And so it makes you feel like everything is on high alert. Everything is an emergency. So set boundaries on the social media that you intake and choose calmer routines can drastically or dramatically reduce and daily anxiety spikes. So tip number 4, challenging anxious thoughts and reframing them. This is so important. When anxiety spins worst case scenarios, try reframing. Ask yourself, what's the best thing that could happen? What's the most realistic thing? And what would I do if the worst did happen? And my therapist taught me this. Like, she always asks me, like, when I tell her that, my anxiety was on a high when I went on my way to that second interview. And she always say, what's the worst that can happen? You won't get the job. Okay. Or you will get the job. Okay. And so for some reason, when I ask myself, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? That calms me down. It shifts your brain from panic into problem solving mode. Most of the time, Anxiety is just telling you a short story that just isn't true. Anxiety is a lie. Anxiety is a liar. It really, really is. If you listen to some of my other videos, I talk about how I was diagnosed with OCD, and I had a lot of problems with intrusive thoughts. Like I would always think, that my husband was cheating on me because, I had abandonment issues and, just a whole slew of things going on from my past. And the anxiety would tell me, check his phone, all of those things. But anxiety lies to you. It lies to you. Tip number 5, daily habits to reduce anxiety long term. Exercise burns off stress hormones. Sleep resets your brain. And balanced meals keep your blood sugar steady so you're not on an emotional roller coaster all day. So exercise, sleep, and balanced meals. And also journaling. It's like taking all the noise in your head and putting it on paper so it stops spinning in circles. Once it's out, it loses its power. And that's so true. And that's why I said anxiety lies. So once you expose anxiety by writing in your journal and getting all of that stuff out, it not only shows you, like, once you get it out, you feel an automatic release. But then once you read it, you're like, oh, like, this is a lie. Like, this is silly. Like, you know what I mean? And anxiety is designed to, like, steal your joy and steal your day and to deplete you and to exhaust you, But when you get it out, it's an automatically release. You feel an automatically release in your body and in your mind. So burning off, exercise burns off stress hormones, sleep resets your brain, and balanced meals keep your blood sugar levels balanced. Building your anxiety toolbox. Your anxiety toolbox can include calming music, a weighted blanket. I have a weighted blanket and I absolutely love it. I recommend it. Go on Amazon. I don't know if Dick's sells them, but go on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. And it's the best thing that if I'm feeling anxious in a moment, like especially if I'm at home, I will put on my, get my weighted blanket. Herbal tea, guided meditations. I can't stress guided meditations enough. I have a daily routine of meditation that I do in the morning, and it's amazing. Doing it in the morning helps me to, start and regulate my day. So I notice that when I do those meditations, it sets my intentions for the day, and it really helps me to have a nice day, to be honest with you. But it calms me. It gives me perspective. It keeps me in the present. So I decide to do that daily. And I also do gratitude. So before my feet hit the floor, before I get up and do anything, I lay in the bed and I say 3 things that I'm grateful for. And that helps with my anxiety as well. And keep things present and in perspective. Another thing that you can put your anxiety toolbox can include calming music, a weighted blanket, herbal tea, guided meditations, or calling a friend, just calling a friend to talk. And you don't even have to, sometimes you don't even have to talk about the anxiety that you're feeling, or you can, but just to talk. Having these things ready, means you don't have to figure it out in the middle of a panic spiral. You just reach for what works. So having an anxiety toolbox is key. Anxiety doesn't mean that you're weak, guys. It just means your body's alarm system is a little too sensitive. And the more you practice these tools, the more your brain learns that you are safe. You're allowed to take up space in the world, even if the day's anxiety tells you to shrink. I want you to comment below and tell me what's one thing that helps you calm your anxiety. I really want to hear from you. Let's build a toolbox together. If this video helped you, I want you to share it with someone else. I really want to hear from you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.